Hi everyone, in this video we will be going through an overview of the proposed ASRJC Alumni Portal student project. This project utilizes the Flask application environment. For the front end, we use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. For the back end, we use Python and PostgreSQL. The development environment is Visual Studio Code. Here is the structure of the Flask application folder. The structure is modular for easy coding, troubleshooting, and maintenance. The key folders are the root folder, which then include the migration folder and the app folder. Under the app folder, there are the templates folder and static folder. Let's quickly go through these key folders and their files to have an overview of how the project works. Let's look at the migrations folder and its purpose. This folder stores Alembic tool files for handling database migrations, contains new migration script that includes all the necessary operations to make changes to the database. So two commands execute the database migration. As an example, flask db migrate m added user table and flask db upgrade. The first command creates the script and stores it in this migrations folder to add a user table to the database. The second command applies the migration to the database, updating the schema as needed. Next is the root folder, which contains three key files. These are the run.py, the requirements.txt and the readme.md. Let's go through each file and the purpose. So for the run.py file, it serves as the entry point to run the Flask application. It sets up and starts the Flask server, often including configurations like the port number and debug settings. It initializes the application using createApp from app init.py. It also sets up logging for application diagnostics, and it runs the Flask app with debug mode enabled if directly executed. Next, for the requirements.txt file, it includes all necessary packages and is being used during deployment on render to set up the right environment for the deployment. It is generated through the command pip freeze requirements.txt. Finally, for the readme.md, it provides an overview of the project, setup instructions, and other necessary documentation for developers. Next is the app folder. It contains the configuration Python files, backend Python files, templates folder, and front-end static folder. The first important file is the init.py file. It initializes the Flask application by setting up configurations, registering blueprints for different parts of the application, and initializing any necessary Flask extensions such as SQL Alchemy. This file acts as a central hub connecting various components of the application. It configures the app with settings from app/config.py, and it also initializes the database from app/database.py. It registers blueprints from app/routes.py, which define the application's routes. We will examine how the files interact with one another in the live coding video. Next is the database.py file. The database.py file initializes and configures the database connections using SQL Alchemy, setting the groundwork for model interactions. Next, for config.py, it manages configuration settings such as database connections, application secrets, and environment-specific options like debugging flags. Now, let's focus on the files that interacts with the backend. These are the backend Python files. The first file is models.py. It defines the ORM models that represent the database schema. These models facilitate interaction with the database to query, insert, update, and delete data. Models include event, profile, alumni, newsfeed, and collaboration requests. Next, there is routes.py. It defines routes that handle requests to various endpoints of the application. It includes functions that handle requests, execute business logic, and render templates or return responses. It uses models from app/models.py to interact with the database. It also renders templates from app/templates based on the route and the data process. Next, for pwd hashing.py, this was a test file not used in the final deployment and was actually meant to convert a password using bcrypt to hash code. Next up are the front-end files in the templates folder. The first file is the index.html file. Its purpose is to serve as the homepage of the ASRJC Alumni portal. Functionality-wise, it has a photo gallery that displays a carousel of images showing alumni activities, enhancing the visual appeal and engagement of the portal. Secondly, the upcoming events section provides a snapshot of the nearest upcoming events, encouraging alumni to participate and stay connected. Thirdly, for the newsfeed section, it highlights recent accomplishments and news within the alumni community, promoting a sense of pride and connection among members. Next, the alumni directory.html has its purpose of providing a directory listing of all alumni members and a place to request for collaboration. Its functionality-wise has for listing its alumni directory with details like name, graduation date, and class. For the collaboration feature function, it includes a button for initiating collaboration requests if the alumni member is open to collaborations, fostering a proactive community engagement environment. It also allows for dynamic interaction. Through JavaScript, it allows users to fill out and submit a collaboration form directly within the directory page, enhancing user interaction without navigating away. For the events.html file, its purpose is to display a detailed list of upcoming and past events. Its function is, firstly, to show the full event list, which includes comprehensive details about each event, including title, date, location, and description. Next, there is also the enhanced navigation function, which allows users to see more details about each event, aiding in planning and participation. For the newsfeed.html file, its purpose is to offer a detailed view of all news items relevant to the alumni community. Its functionality includes a full news list which lists new articles with titles, publication dates, and full text, keeping the alumni informed about recent happenings and achievements within the community. Engagement-wise, it provides engagement by providing a continuous update on various achievements and stories of interest. Next, there is also the profile.html file. Its purpose is to allow alumni to view and edit their personal profile, as well as to change their password and see collaboration requests. For its functionality, the profile editing allows the alumni to update their own personal details such as name, graduation date, class number, contributions, and contact information. Password management provides options to change the password, ensuring user account security. It also allows for the alumni to view collaborations requests, as it displays a list of all collaboration requests made to them, enhancing the networking aspect of the portal.